Okay, let's begin, guys. Let's begin today's stream. Hopefully, we are not that late today and we can have some fun. Let me turn on the chat, guys. Wait for a moment. We are going to play some rapid games. Then we'll try to get some insights on candidate games as well. You know what? Let's try to get some insight on the candidate game first. Then we will switch back to the games and we'll play some games. Let's see what's happening in the candidate. Let's go to the games. Javakir Shindara versus Yesipenko. So this game is important game in the context of candidate tournament. In the candidate tournament, let's see who has joined to the stream. What's happening, buddy? Wow. Yesipenko starts with c4, e6, g3, d5. They get converted into English opening. Agni counter defense. So they started with English opening. Oh, we have to resize the board. Okay, so far so good. Castle, d4, knight c6, e3, rook e8, knight bd2, a5. Okay, after a5, Yesipenko play b3, Shindara play a4, bishop b2, bishop b4. Oh, so far so good. They are not trading anything like. Okay, finally, Javakir takes that knight. Knight takes d2, and why not normal queen takes d2? Because then there is b takes a takes b3, I guess. आपकी पूरी स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रही. Now it's fine, I guess, Prince. Now I think it's fine, and we can have some analysis. Let's see. Yeah, if you take back with the queen, there is actually a takes b3 or knight a5 is even greater, hitting both of these pawns. Potentially, if knight lands on b3, that will be a fork. That was bad. Black is clearly better. That's why. White take back with the knight, and now knight a5 is not going to be working as this knight is already controlling these two squares, and he can just simply play b4 and kick out the knight. Knight has to go back. Then there is c5. Like, look at the advantage. But c5 is apparently bad, but it's also fine. According to the computer, best move is to play rook c1. Yeah, rook c1, keep the prospects of opening up the c5 with this move. Yeah, that is the top computer move, and I don't know why my webcam is getting turned off. Can anybody fix that? Okay, that's why he takes back with the knight. A takes b3, queen takes b3. Now comes knight a5, hitting the queen, queen c2, bishop d7. Bishop d7, c8, rook fc1. Why? You may ask that why rook fc1? Because white wants to keep this rook on the a file so that this pawn is going to be protected for the long run. That's why white play the move rook fc1. Maybe white wants to take this pawn, and now both of the queen and the rook are perfectly located in order to hit that c7 pawn. Black takes on c4, knight takes c4, and now black plays move bishop c6, trying to disarm this strong light bishop on the diagonal. Yesipenko takes that knight on a5, and Javakir takes that bishop first, because this knight is not going anywhere, and if white try to get out of the threat of rook takes a5, then black will simply drop this bishop back, and black will enjoy the game with this bishop. So white, of course, take that bishop first. Now comes check. Okay, Sindarov decided to throw this check. Oh, sorry, throw this check, and maybe he wants to take here with the queen or maybe rook. Okay, now Sindarov is deciding between whether to take this knight with the queen or with the rook because he has to take that. So there are no many options. There are no checkmate threats as well. So we have only two moves, and Sindarov is just deciding whether to take this knight with the rook or the queen. Yeah, that's it. Let's see the other games. Let's see other games. What's happening in the Hikaru Fabi game? Okay, so Hikaru and Fabi game is completely equal. Hikaru is up on the clock, so maybe Hikaru surprises Fabi with some prep. C4, C5, knight F3, knight C6. So they decided to get into the English opening. And now okay, now T takes D4, knight is D4, knight F6, knight C3, E6, bishop F4, D5, CD, knight is D5, knight takes C6. Okay, so now Hikaru gave Fabi some tension as this pawn is an isolated pawn, and I think here Fabi can do the same by taking this knight on C3. That's why Hikaru dropped this bishop back to support that knight with the bishop. Bishop comes to b4, queen a5, hitting that pawn now, hitting that pawn. And if black start by taking this, then maybe there is this check. But no, there is this bishop d7 hitting the queen, and queen will defend the rook. Okay, that's not a5. Comes e4, hitting that knight, knight is c3, bc, hitting that bishop, bishop goes back, bishop e2, castles, bishop f4 again. Hikaru wants to take control of these diagonals with the bishop. Bishop a6 takes, rook takes, and now comes rook a d1 by Hikaru. Queen b6. Now finally Hikaru castle kingside, and everything is symmetrical. Both players have the equal material. Pawn structure is also symmetrical. So I think this game is going to be end in a draw. Nothing like that. Both players are playing with 99.4% accuracy. Early stream today, yeah. So I think this game is more likely to going to end in a draw as there are not many pieces on the board. Queen, rooks and bishops, symmetrical pawn structure. 90% of chances that this game is going to end in a draw. Let's see other games. Yeah. So Fabi has to work so hard in order to catch Sindarov. And in the Sindarov game, there are still many pieces left on the board. Not many, but still some chances are there. As in white has this passer, not passer but outside pawn. Both of the pawns are weak pawn. And white has some of the light square weaknesses. And black queen is nicely controlling that diagonal. Sometimes knight can come to h3. That can be devastating. If this knight lands on h3, that will be so hard for white to defend the position already. So there is some life in this game as white has to deal with this weakness. Okay, let's see Anis versus Pragdananda. Anis is better with the white pieces, but it's not like winning. White has extra pawn. White has extra pawn. Oh yeah, white is up a pawn. 1, 2, oh I missed that. Nice spot. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 pawns. Black has only 5 pawns. White has 6 pawns. But black is nicely controlling this pawn. This pawn is not going anywhere, and black has some compensation as in the form of this weakness. Imagine this knight landing on h3 with check, and then queen sliding over to h1. Queen sliding over to h1 can be so dangerous for white. So there are some life in this game. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see other games. Anis versus Prague. d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5. So we get into the kind of Bogo or Nimzo Indian setup if he plays bishop b4, dc. Now comes e4, taking the full center as white, hitting that pawn with the bishop. b5 actually, wow. Prague, so many players don't try to just save this pawn, and they just give this pawn back and they develop their bishop, prepare castling. But Prague go for b5, which is a playable move because white can try to go a4 sometimes, trying to chip away these pawns. Let's see what happens. e5 comes first. Why not a4? Why not a4? Because of b4. Yeah. So first a4, first comes e5, hitting that knight, knight d5. Now he takes back with the knight. What if he just take this pawn here? That is also fine. That is also fine. What if knight is b4? Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. Why is everyone playing queen's gambit? Maybe they want to be more dynamic because everybody is just getting prepared for e4 opening. That's why everybody is nowadays going for just d4. So you may see that now the online players are also going to play d4 opening more than e4. As top players are playing d4. They want to get into super critical line where if another player goes one move wrong, they can beat them on the spot. They can punish them on the spot. That's why that is the maybe reason. I actually don't know the perfect reason. I'm just trying to give my opinions. Yeah, b5 is also fine. I don't know why Parag chooses to go for this line. Maybe he wants to get some of the nice attacks on this knight. I don't know. Oh, there is knight takes e4 actually. Oh, why I was missing that? There is knight takes e4 actually. Black can take this pawn. But now bishop takes c4. Oh, bishop b4 check. Okay. King f1. Computer is suggesting king f1. Why not bishop d2? Why not bishop d2? Because knight takes d2. And what if we play knight d2? Then maybe a6 and this pawn will be losing. Yeah, then maybe e6. Knight hitting the knight. Knight goes back anywhere like knight c3 or anywhere else. Yeah, a6 is the top move. Then knight has to go c3. Then maybe black can just take this pawn. As well as there is knight takes c3 also available. bc and bishop takes c3. So that's critical. That's why first white play the move e5, hit the knight. Knight has to move now. And now comes knight b5 because there is no pawn which you can take that, right? I hope that's clear. d4 has more theory, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happened in the game next. Oh. Okay, knight takes b5, knight b6, bishop e2, bishop e7, castle, a4, bishop a6. Okay, knight a3 and comes c5. a5 hitting the knight, knight goes back to d5, bishop takes c4, queen takes a5, and now white is better. So Parag is thinking there are no such good discover attack on the queen because this rook is undefended, right? Knight c2. Okay, white decides to attack the queen this way. Now the rook is defended by the knight. Parag has to move the queen. Queen b6, bishop takes d5, e takes d5, and now comes rook e1. Nice move, rook e1, just centralizing the rook. Maybe in the future he can get e6 followed by knight e5, but for the moment there are some tension in the center in the form of c takes d4. So black can capture this pawn. I think there is knight takes d4 and white is fine with that. Yeah. So white is better in this position. Material is completely equal, but there are some tension in the center. So we are expecting some nice moves by Parag and Anis. Let's see what's gonna happen. I think this game can be decided as Parag has not won in recent rounds. So maybe he will try to get a win against Anis Giri. And by the way, Parag has beaten Anis in the first class, right? Parag has beaten Anis in the first class. Okay, let's see the other games now. Wei versus Matthias Bluebam. This game is not that important in the context of candidate deciding, but still there are okay. Finally, we have e4, e5 opening. Knight c3 again. Wei goes for Vienna type of setup, but he is not pushing f4. Now comes bishop c4, knight c6, d3. So we are going to get converted into Italian setup, Gioco Piano game. Bishop b4, and now knight f3. So we are finally in the Gioco Piano setup. You can say d5, ed, knight is d5, castles. Okay, castles. Why white decided to give up this pawn? Knight takes c3, bishop takes c3. Sorry, knight takes c3, bc, bishop takes c3. Why this is good for white? Because of knight g5 hitting that pawn, and if you castle, suddenly there is queen h5, threatening checkmate and threatening f2 as well. So you have to play h3, and now comes knight takes f7, hitting that queen and threatening a discover attack. So that's why you can't take that pawn actually. That is not actually hanging. Okay, black decided to take that knight with the bishop. bc. Now comes bishop g4. Now white can't move this pawn. That's why now black is threatening to take this pawn. Rook e1 again. Okay. What's the issue now? Why black can't take this pawn now? Because knight, I think queen d2. Queen d2 hitting that knight. And what's the idea? Knight can just go back. Queen d2 hitting that knight. Knight can just go back like knight d5. Knight d5. Now knight d5. Or knight takes e5 is there. Okay, knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. And rook takes e5 is there. Okay. And white is just winning on the spot because black king is in the center. Center is about to collapse. Sometimes queen can come to g5. Okay, black castles. Bishop d2. Now finally, black is completely safe with his king. That's why white decided to safeguard that pawn with the bishop h5, a4, king h1, king h8. Maybe black is preparing this f5 push, trying to get some edge on the king side. a5, taking some space on the queen side. Rook b8, bishop b5, knight e7. Just completely solidifying this knight with another knight. And now we are going to have rook a4, queen d5, bishop c4, and now okay, black plays on queen d6. Position is completely equal. It's all 0. d4 has, yeah, position is completely equal. Hello, bro. Yeah, next VC brilliant game, please. VC brilliant game. Which one? Is VC playing? I didn't know. Okay. Queen d6, and now white has to think what to do. Position is completely equal. Yeah, white has these double pawns, but this pawn is actually helping white, just controlling these two important squares and not allowing knight to jump in with the knight and putting more pressure on this knight. But black is completely solid as well. He has some pressure on this knight. Queen is a little bit active. This knight can jump over to f5 sometimes, trying to go knight h4, putting pressure over here. So there are many things in this game alive. Only one pieces and a pawn have been traded off, so anything can happen. And apart from these sections, we are not going to look for the women section. Yeah, but I think all the games are completely equal for the moment. But Yesipenko has to stop Javakir Shindarov. But maybe Shindarov had some edge and he's already threatening h4, ripping apart white's king side. Wow, look at Shindarov is just trying to crushing everyone. I think this game is going to be winning for Shindarov. That's my expectation. Anand sir's games, bro, old matches, bro. I have to look for that. I have to watch out for that, and that will take some time. So I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe I'm going to play some games. Okay, so black is already threatening h4. Wow. Because white does not have any kind of attack. Yeah, white has an extra pawn, but this pawn is not going anywhere. And if h5 happens, followed by knight h5, something can happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's go back, and now we are going to play some games. Probably I'm going to play some rapid games. Not probably, exactly. I'm going to play some rapid games. I will try my best to win the game. I will try to explain everything. Okay, bro, whenever you were free, try that, bro. Okay, I will try that. I will try that for sure. And thank you for your suggestion. Let's go. And let's play 10 plus 0. Blitz, bro. Blitz, I will play some Blitz as well. But for the sake of my comeback, I'm going to play some rapid games, bro. I really want to get some rhythm in the rapid as well. Because if I just ignore playing rapid, that will stuck in my mind that I have to play a little bit faster and I will keep collapsing in rapid games. That's why I have to get back into that. Let's go. 10 plus 0. Yes, Makbul, welcome to the stream. How are you? Bro, are you in summer holidays? No, I'm not in summer holidays right now, but maybe in some time I'm going to get a summer holidays. but for the moment I am not in holiday. Okay, e4, e6. So we are going to have a French defense. Let's see. C, d5. Okay, he's going for a c5 immediately. So it is now Sicilian defense. We can go d5. We can just take. We can just defend that as well with c3. But I think he's well prepared with that. Can I push d5? That looks interesting. Let's go d5. Let's go d5 and let's try to get some kind of Benoni structure. And let's try to get black out of the book. Takes. We can throw that check. But I think that check is going to be empty, right? Let's go bishop e2. Let's go bishop e2, followed by castle. We can play h3 to stop this move. But let me castle first. And now let's go h3 to stop bishop g4, prophylaxis. Let's go bishop g5, trying to keep an eye on this knight. Maybe c4 and followed by c4 and followed by maybe I should have just tried to fence to this bishop over here. I don't know why didn't I do that. Let's go to e1, c4, knight c3 now. Okay, let's go. I can also go a4 to stop this move, but let's try to do that with c4. Bro, for your school final exams completed, bro? If not, when, bro? My school's final examination has been over. Wow, he decided to give up the bishop for the knight. I don't know what's the theme. Let's go. Oh, there was that. I just always forgot about this tactic. Really, like always. Whether I'm playing with the white pieces or other side, I always forgot about this tactic. And we don't have any kind of related knight. I just always forgot. Why didn't I take back with the rook, man? I just always forgot this tactic. Okay, that's bad. Can I take here? If knight takes knight g5, let's take here. If knight takes knight g5, should I go for knight g5? There's this move. Let's go bishop d3 first, right? Or I can go rook d1, queen d3. Okay, we are down a pawn. We have to be careful, guys. Queen e4 comes in mind, but there is knight f6. And if we take rook b8, that pawn will be hanging. I want to prepare queen e4, then bishop d3. Bishop d3, I don't want to lead with the bishop, and already I'm out of my comfort zone. Let's go queen d3, try to hit this one. What is mean by prophylaxis? Not prophylaxis. You say it more often. Prophylaxis is a move with which you try to just try to prevent your opponent's idea. I can take, but then take. I don't want to do that. Queen e4 takes, then queen e4. That is also possible. He's up a pawn. He will trade everything now, and I don't know why I'm taking too much time. Yeah, he's just gonna take everything. Maybe we have bishop. Okay, now his idea is to go there. Let's just try to keep an eye on this pawn. Let's go b3. Bishop d3. We have to play actively now. Oh, knight is there. Now you can't move this knight because there is bishop takes h7. d5, we are stopping that as well. Maybe rook e3, then this move. Let's try to prevent that. Rook e3 and wow. He is just pre-moving, man. He is pre-moving. Like really. Look at his gameplay. So fast. Maybe I'm just going to get crushed. We have to kick this knight out from g6 somehow. But how we can do that? Should we just develop along the file? Rook g3 or rook e3? Let's go rook e3. Let's try to make him passive with the rook. Then we will switch back to g3. But his queen is already defending the 7th rank. Can I go for this move? Not actually. Oh, that is this move now. Let's go rook e5. Rook d5 actually, because if he goes here, then there is queen takes h7 checkmate. And now the idea is to play f4, f5, forking these two pieces. Maybe he's trying to throw this check. King h2. Then he just takes. Should I try f5? f4, f5. That will be a little bit risky. Let's go. Takes, check, king here. I think he's getting out of that. Wow. English is improving day by day. Thank you, the achiever. I'm trying to deliver my best. Okay, rook. What is this move? f5? f5, then bishop will be cut off. Knight e5 is there. g4. Should we just go for the attack on the king side now? With g4, because he can't take this pawn still. And after g4, what if he just take this pawn with the rook? Yeah, that's the problem, right? That's the problem. So f4, that is knight e5. Then maybe we have g4, g5 ideas. Didn't look appetizing. g3 followed by h4, h5. That comes in mind. But that takes too much time. g4, rook takes. It's a problem. Oh man. This guy is playing super instantly. I have to be careful. Okay, let me defend that first. But now we are giving him time, right? We are giving him time. We have to move the queen, then maybe h4, h5. I don't know what's the idea. Maybe he wants to throw this check. Let's take control of that square. There is queen e2. Queen e2. Maybe we take, rook takes is there. What? Isn't it a fork? What? Oh no, rook takes is possible. Now this. He's trying to bait me into this game. King h1, then he just takes this. Let's go queen f3. Now we are threatening to take this pawn. Oh man, he's playing super fast. He's not giving me a single time. This guy is well prepared and we have to be careful. And I have to speed up as well, as he's just showing some nice sign. Wow, he just forked our pieces. I missed this one. I actually missed this one. Man. Fuck. Now it's just lost, right? It is simply lost. We cannot do anything. Knight takes f3 is a check. We are just lost. There is nothing. There is nothing. There is queen which is hanging. Take knight and rook. After that, man, my queen is hanging. What are you saying? Even if I try to counterattack his queen, knight takes f3 is going to be coming with check. And now queen e3, I have weakened my king as well. And that's just over. There is nothing. There is nothing in the game. I don't know what to do. That's the always story. I just always lost the first game. Only 70, and my opponent has two brilliant moves. Man, he just cursed me. Not a single chance. Yeah, That was the first bad move. Should have just taken back with the rook, and now we are fine because this is not working. Queen takes d5 is there. I just completely miss. I always miss this simple tactic. I don't know how. I'll just always miss this simple tactic. He traded all of the pieces. Maybe should have just taken that pawn at least there. But I thought there is rook b8, but we can take this. He gets a little bit of activity, but I think we are fine. I don't know. That was a blunder because of this. Yeah, he missed that at first instance. Now rook e5, rook d5, and he never fall for that again. And white is just complete. And how now he find this knight e5, which is another brilliant. No, like you are losing 2 points no matter what. Not only 2 points, I'm losing like 8 to 10 points. By loss ho gaya. Yeah. Why not take the knight and rook? Man, where? There, your queen is hanging. This is just not winning. This is not winning. White has his queen and a rook. And he has his king completely safe. He's up on clock. He still has these 2 pawns. You have nothing in this game. You have nothing in this game. Your king is weak as well. Okay, let's play another game. I'm just getting always crushed in these type of games nowadays. Okay, let's go one e4. Knight f3, Sicilian. Let's go a4. He is trying to take the space in the queen side early. But bro, he had 4 3 times. Wow. He had 4, but we were hitting that h7 pawn with the bishop and the queen. That's why he was not going for that line. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy out of the theory as well or not. Not as well, because I just completely get crushed in the last game and I have to play a little bit quickly in order to be in the game. Bishop e3. Let's go bishop e3. Yeah, there is knight f4, but then we just move this bishop. Let's hit that. Either you have to take, either you have to go back. There is only 2 options. He goes back. Now knight f1 and knight c3 is coming, hitting that bishop again, and maybe we are going to prepare this d4 push. And in some cases this pawn can be a weakness. Road to 2100. Let's see. Play with me. This is username brother, and send me the game request. I'm not playing my viewers today, man. We are losing either way, so had to resign. Yeah, that's why I just resigned the game. There was no point to continue. If there were anything to play for, I could have just continued, but there was nothing like. Okay, let's try to focus on this game now. Knight g3. Let's just go knight g3. Let's try to play a little bit quickly. Bishop e6 is forced. Then maybe knight g5, and we can just get that bishop. Yeah, we can just get that light square bishop. Which opening are you playing? Yeah, it's Sicilian defense, but I'm playing the Sicilian in the kind of style of. You know what? I don't want to trade this knight. Although I can trade, then go d4. Can I go d4 here? Yeah, let's go d4 here. Knight takes f3, queen takes f3. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Oh, that's just a blunder, right? Am I missing something? Knight takes e4, d takes e4, queen takes e4. I don't know. Am I missing something? I think he want to take there. But my queen and bishop is nicely defending this pawn. We have 3 defender. We are up a pawn. We have the bishop pair. I think he wants to get this bishop. Can I take here? Take, queen take. Let's take that. Rook e8, queen g4. Pinning that knight. Now queen g4. Queen g4 comes in mind. Or maybe queen c4 even better, defending that pawn as well. We are up 2 pawns. But there is knight takes e3. Let's go queen g4. Let's pin this knight. We are threatening to eliminate one more pawn. Rook d1 is coming now. I think we are better. Bro, which state and Talunka you are living, please? I'm from Bihar. Okay, can we counter attack his queen? But that doesn't do anything. Oh, we can take this pawn, right? As this bishop is pinning that, right? Yeah, I think so. We can take that pawn. Knight takes e3, rook takes e3. I think he wants to damage my pawn structure. Let me take this first. I don't think I'm blundering anything. Yeah, that is knight takes e3. Maybe we just take back with the pawn and defend that pawn with the rook. Because after knight takes e3, if I take back with the rook, he can just go here. And let's take back with the pawn. This bishop is still pinning that pawn, so he can't take my queen. And now queen takes h5 is a threat. His king will be completely wide open. And rook d1 is coming now. Okay, he takes that. Let's take this pawn. Get out of the attack. Yeah, gets out of the attack. And now queens. Now this is coming. Okay, he's not giving me the chance to play that. Nice. Playing with the tempo. We are up 3 pawn. Queen d4. I don't like. Let's go queen f3. Let's go queen f3. Rook e8 is coming. Rook d1 is coming. Or maybe rook f1 is also a possibility. Can I go queen d1? Sorry, rook d1. Maybe there is queen e7. Then we have this move. Let's go a5 actually, but I think he wants to play this move anyway. Rook f1. Yeah, rook f1 seems better. Let's go rook f1. Let's hit that. And once he defend that pawn with like rook e7, then we will play another rook a to e1, rook e7, rook e1, rook a e1 actually. Again, my opponent is playing so fast, but we are up 3 pawns in this game. If we can trade off everything, we will win the game completely. We will win the game, but we have to be precise. We cannot throw any moves blindly. Because now he's already 3 pawns down and he will try to create huge chaos on the board. And if he can confuse me, I can just get cooked. Okay, that move shows that he is not compatible with his position. And now we can either hit that queen first, but I think there is queen. Oh no, there is no queen b7. We can hit that queen first, then we can defend that pawn with rook e1. We have to pile up on that pawn somehow, right? Maybe we can just push this pawn, then maybe we can get this rook over here or bishop over there. I think he's playing this move. This pawn is a weak link, right? Can I go here to pin the rook? There is no check. We are stopping c4 and now we are threatening this move. Not threatening, but the problem is this diagonal is so weak. Hi bhai, kaise? I'm fine Rohit, how are you? This diagonal is so weak. That's the problem. Maybe bishop c2 followed by queen h4. No. Okay, he unpins and hit this pawn, so we have to defend that. We cannot give that pawn that much easily. Let me defend that pawn actually. Queen f3. Now bishop c2, hit that, and then queen h5. Yeah, actually he is helping me to get this bishop on a nice diagonal. Okay, he's just ready for that move because that is now rook h6. Let's go king h1 so that we don't have to worry about any kind of diagonal. Rook f6 is no brainer, I know. Rook f6, queen g4. Oh no, queen g4, no queen g4, queen e2. Maybe rook f6 we have this move. But then there is rook h6, which is annoying of course. Which is so annoying. Which opening are you playing with white? Which opening I'm playing with white? Oh man, I'm not finding a way to get a breakthrough. Queen h5, rook h6. Oh man! How can I have my queen in one move? Oh man, that's my problem. I'm just not converting the winning games, man. I'm just not converting the winning games. That hurts. How can I hang the full queen? How? How? And now I don't know what should I do, man. I'm managing to get the completely winning game. I'm just not breaking through. How can I hang it? How can I hang my entire queen for free? That was completely winning for me. You need to read the comment first before you move. Oh, when you hang queen h5, lol, I was watching stream behind, man. I'm just completely out of my mind. I'm just giving away the completely winning game. What can I ask for more? I was completely winning, like, it is like so dubious that I'm not able to convert the winning game. So dubious. And again, white is I think better with these moves. Now he's keeping an eye on this pawn. I have to be now full extra precise. I hang a pawn, I don't know why. I completely don't know why. Completely out of my league. Don't get upset. Laugh it off. Your opponent just got lucky. Man, this is like happening from 3 months. This is happening from 3 months. I'm losing all of my points. Knight e5 is a problem. Rook f6. Knight e5. This is a stronghold. If this knight lands on e5, I will lose the game. I will lose the game. And I don't have this rook g6 to kick that knight. Even if I can play knight e5 is still there. And I'm not in time. King h7, knight e5. Yeah. And that's just over. Let's try that. We have no option. Knight e5, rook e, queen e5. Oh, can I take that knight now? Yeah, I can take. This is pinned. Rook e7, rook f6, rook f6. Yeah, just offer a queen trade. We are up a piece. Bishop takes e2 or rook takes d2. He has to trade the queens. He has no way to go anywhere else. It's win-win. No, bro. I can lose this game as well. That's complete possible. Develop. Should we checkmate? I'm threatening discover check followed by rook g2 checkmate. Yeah, now it's completely winning. Now it's completely winning. He moves queen attack. He moves queen attack. Then you attack knight. Play h5 pawn. Double rook. I keep blundering completely winning positions. The rook. It's also happening with me. Yeah. Okay, windmill maybe. Yeah, now it's windmill. Not windmill. We have just simple checkmate followed by rook g1 check, king h2, then rook g2 checkmate. Bro, please play with a mindset of playing for 95% accuracy or more, but not focusing for trick move. Then the quality of the play will improve like Magnus. You are good at positional understanding. Thank you, Jack Sprout. Thank you for your suggestion. I will be trying to do that exact thing in the future game. Let me finish this off. I'm also stuck at 2k. Bro, I was just about to get 2200. I was just 2 points away. And now I'm just struggling at 2000, like for real. It is happening like for 3 months or 2 months, which is bad, of course. Which is bad. I don't think there is any defense now. He has to resign or he can just burn all of his time and loss on time. That's the only case. He takes that's desperado and there is nothing. Finally he resigned. Let's see the accuracy. Let's see where did I go wrong. My ID name is also GM Anubhav Misra. Okay, that's fine. I'm not playing my viewers nitro. Same ID is 2100 and then back to 1990s. It works in classic match but not in Chennai Rapid. 82.4, so not that great. But I was fine in the opening. Computer wants to get 6 immediately. Let's see, we get the bishops open up, and that bishops at the end help us to win the game. Okay, I just blundered another pawn. But somehow I try to get for some attack, go for some attack. And yeah, knight e5 here is completely fine. White is just completely winning. It's 2 plus 7, 2.7. He played rook e5, still white is winning, but it was not so simple and he just hang his queen. Queen h5 is still winning. In computer system, take that knight, allow queen takes, and try to continue the game. But now white is winning. This pawn is weak, rook e7 is coming, this pawn is gonna be weak. But he just blundered the game in one move and it's just mate in 3. Yeah, that's that. Bro, don't forget my advice, please. 95% plus 95 plus percent accuracy. Okay, I will try. Like candidate, देखते हैं साथ में candidates. Okay, let's see what's happening in the candidate. I was looking for Shindarov game. I think he's gonna win the game. Okay, but the game ended in a draw. But still, Sindarov has to just do. If he drew the all game, he will still be, I think, ahead. Okay, at this moment they just repeat the moves. Wow, after h5, Sindarov didn't go for attack because queen f3, your rook is hanging, so you can't go for that. Queen e8, and white just repeat the position, and the game ended in a draw. Both players played with 99. I was watching for Sindarov going for an attack on the king side, maybe h4 h5, h4 h3 push, but he didn't find a way to go through, and he just chooses to resign. So not resign, but to end the stream. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just already forgot. Okay, we were already discussed this move h5. Maybe black can go for h4. Maybe he can take then or advance the pawn to h3, but he decided to white plays queen e5, and now you cannot move your queen anywhere else because your rook can be hanging. Like rook f3 hangs the rook in one move. So black has to go queen e8 in order to queen d8 in order to defend that rook as well. But now white chooses to just repeat the position, and the game ended in a draw. That's the thing. Favi game. Okay, let's see the Favi game. Favi versus Ricardo. That is also going to be end in a draw, I think, because the position is completely symmetrical. Both players have 2 rooks and 6 pawns each. Pawn structure is also same. And black played this rook g8 move, and he give up this pawn. Why? Because maybe black can go after this pawn. Yeah, if we take, there is rook b2 hitting that pawn. Either you have to play rook a1 to defend that, then come rook c2 hitting that pawn. Yeah, so white is going to get one of these 2 pawns back. Sorry, black actually, and position again will be equal. And this game is going to be end in a draw. Draw is good against Sindaro. Yeah. Favi has to win the game in order to catch Sindaro. Sindaro is up on the rating. What list? He has 6.5 points now out of 8 rounds. And if Fabi drew this game, he will have only 5 points. So Sindaro is going to 1.5 points ahead from Fabi. So yeah. And now after this round, there will be only 6 rounds left. Not much round. So Shindarov is going to have a now 70% chances of winning the candidate, I would say. Only Favi can stop him. If Favi wins the game and other players try to hold the Shindarov on a draw. In this game, Anis is better with the white pieces. It's plus 0.66. But this pawn is weak. For the moment, black is hitting that knight. And if the knight move, there is still some tension in the center, and this pawn is also a weak point. Black can have some counter-attacking chances. I don't know what white is thinking. Maybe first start with d takes c5, hitting that queen. Then you can drop this knight back and try to get that knight on d4. Those are the moves which you can play. Let's say we takes. Yeah, that's completely fine. Queen takes. Now knight f3, and white is still better. Yeah, knight g6. You can go knight c d4. Yeah, knight c d4, knight takes d4. Either queen takes d4, and you can offer a draw. Either knight takes d4 if you want to continue the game. Yeah, I think Anis is deciding between these 2 moves. Let's see what's gonna happen in this one. Prague game. Yeah, this is the Prague game, man. Prague is playing with the black pieces. Okay, Wei versus Blue Bomb. This game is also completely equal. Both players have complete equal in material, and there is some tension on this knight as it is pinned by the bishop. White is trying to do the same by pinning this knight. Not much of the thing. Maybe this rook can slide over to h4 to hit that bishop, and later on something can happen on the h file as h file is up for grab for this white rook. But I'm not seeing anything. I think all of the games are more likely to end in a draw today because none of them have any kind of bigger edge. Yeah, Anis is a little bit more better compared to other games, but I think Prague is solid. He will defend this game. Divya game, I'm not looking for women's section, man, but if you are asking for that, let's go. Let's go for women's section. Okay. Katrina Lagno winning with white pieces. Oh, wow. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, D4, Scotch game. Takes E5, queen E2, knight D5. So in the women's section, they are playing E4 opening more than D4 opening. That's a miss. B3, F5 again a miss, and white is already winning. Wow, white is already winning on move 15. It's +2. Knight F3, rook B8, bishop E3, queen F8, rook D8. What is he doing? Alexandra Goyachkina. Queen D2. Now looking for that bishop trade if queen moves, of course. C5, queen A4. Wow, white infiltrate on the queen side. Apparently a bad move, but still white is winning. Bishop takes F3, bishop takes F3, bishop takes D5, bishop takes C5. Hitting that queen. Now queen has to move. D6, bishop A3, or C5, queen takes A7 because there is no rook A8. It may seem that black can play rook A8 and win that bishop, but because of this bishop controlling A8, there is no rook A8. And after rook A8, this knight will be hanging as well. F4. Now black is looking for some counterplay on the queen side, but white is over solid. Yeah, it's +2 advantage for white. White is up a pawn. White has this nice bishop, and this bishop can later on go C1 or B2 if queen comes back. This pawn is going to be a backward pawn, which is going to be a weakness. White is going to win this one. Let's see other games. Anna Moshik versus Divya. Divya is bad. I think white is, I would say, completely fine. Black has to play complete accurate move in order to save a draw. तो कैसे हैं आप लोग? I'm fine. What about you? They are playing like a stockfish with 99% accuracy. Yeah. Divya game. क्यों दिव्या नहीं? Okay, in this game, Anna starts with E4, C5, Sicilian defense, Moxivine setup. Okay, let's see the breaking point. So far, so good. Okay, now black starts to make some inaccurate move, and white is now gaining some kind of advantage. Rook C7, rook E3, rook C8, rook E1, queen E5, H3, and white is already getting big advantage. It's +1. It's +1 according to the computer. Because of this rook nicely doubling up in the E file, there are some pressure on this E7 pawn. Maybe queen can also join the party with queen E2, and black has to be extra precise in order to save the game, because I think at this moment one bad move can end the game. This pawn is also a weak pawn, by the way, and this pawn is completely defended by the rook and the queen. Rook F3 is also a threat, hitting that queen, and then queen E3, and queen can try to go to the H6 square, and maybe H4, H5, rook G3, H4, H5. That are the also move. Bro, please don't forget my advice, 95% accuracy, please. Okay, bhai. भैया आओ एक गेम खेलते हैं. I'm not playing, my viewers. I'm so sorry. Now I think I have shown you the games. Okay, rook F3 happens on the board, hitting that queen. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see the Vaisali game. What's happening in the Vaisali? Bibisara versus Vaisali. Okay, material is equal. Black has this open F file and black has already developed the rook on the F file. So black is going to black is going to have some little bit edge. Vaisali is playing with the black pieces and black is better, but it's not winning because there are not obvious attack. White has these double pawns, but black has this weak pawn as well. Maybe knight F3 next. Maybe first of all, I think white has the option to take this pawn with check, right? So why black is just forcing white to capture that pawn with check? What is the problem if we just take? That is the top computer move. Queen takes e6 is the top computer move. Queen takes e6, rook takes e6, rook f2, going after that pawn. Rook c1, rook d2, knight takes c3. Okay, black is going to get that pawn back, and this rook on the second rank, maybe rook d2 and rook f8 to f2 can be a possibility now. Yeah, that can be the idea. That's why he's going. By the way, black is already threatening knight e2 fork. White has to be careful now. That is the problem with this queen takes e6 line. Let's see what's gonna happen. They will decide, and now we are going to get back into action with some rapid gameplay. I think I have shown you all the interested games, and we can go back to the party. Yeah, let's play the game now. 10 plus 0 again. We are white pieces again. I'm going to start with one e4 as always. e4 is my best line. e5, knight f3 and bishop c4. We are in the Italian game. Bishop c5, we castle. Knight f6, we play d4. We strike in the center, we sack this pawn. Okay, black is allowing this e5 push, so maybe we can get better of it. Take. We throw this check, but before that we hit that queen. Then we throw this check. Position is going to get the symmetrical, not similar, but around the same. If you start with rook e1 first, or if you start with bishop g5. This is the main line, and you guys have noticed that if you are regular viewers of my stream, what does black play in this position? Where does black move this queen usually in this position? It's already not easy for black to find a good move for queen d5. Yeah, they always go for queen d5, and this line is so venomous. First we start with rook e1 check, bishop e6. Yeah, now we play. Can you guys guess the next move? Can you guys suggest the next tricky move? Kind of cool move. If you are regular viewers, you can find that move. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm not gonna move. I will let my time go for knight c3. Knight c3 is the tricky move. We are using two pins. First of all, this pin, and second this pin. And already black has to be now careful. And queen, if he play queen f5, that loses by force. Queen f5 loses by force. No, not c3. c3 there is d3. c3 there is d3. Black is not obliged to take that. But with knight c3, he can't play d3 because queen is hanging. We are hitting the queen. And if he takes here, queen f5 loses by force. We play knight e4, we defend that. And if black takes this pawn, he is cooked. And he does not have an easy move. Knight h4 is coming anyway. Black is losing. We are going to win this game unless I just blunder drastically. I think we can win this game. Let's see what black is going to play. Black is already completely cooked. It's so hard to find a move for black. What will you play? You can't castle as this bishop is controlling the diagonal. And if you take that pawn, there is knight h4 which just traps the queen. Look at this rook, look at this queen. Okay, bishop goes back to e7. This move is still working or not? I'm kind of confused with this move. Maybe we start with knight h4, hitting that queen. Queen moves, then knight f6 check. Bishop takes and bishop takes. That's the line. Yeah, I think knight h4 is the move if I'm not wrong. So knight h4. Let me think for a moment. Is there any better move? Bishop takes e7, knight takes e7 is there. My intuition is in go for knight h4. Knight h4, that is queen g4, f3. Let's go for knight h4. Queen g4 is there. Takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, but there is king takes. Oh, king takes, we have knight f6, we win the bishop. No, he can drop the bishop back. Queen g4, queen takes g4, bishop takes d4, bishop takes e7. And if he takes back with the knight, then knight f6 wins that bishop back. But after queen g4, queen takes d4, bishop takes d4, bishop takes e7, that is king takes e7. Okay. Queen d5, good move, I guess. We start by taking this, but he will not take back with the knight and hang this knight f6, right? If I take that bishop, he will take back with the king, and he takes a sting out of knight f6 check. Maybe we can still go for that, but king takes is there, right? Bishop takes e7, king takes e7, and you have nothing. You can give discover check if it goes as you calculated to win rook. Okay, it does not goes that way. Maybe now we start with bishop takes e7. No, that's not good. Because there is king takes e7. Should I start with queen f3? That is also a move. Queen f3 sets up a nasty trap. But I don't think that is a good move. Knight f6, bishop takes and bishop takes. That looks simple. Queen f3 looks a way to go. If he takes that, then we have knight f6 and we win the queen. Bishop f6 is also a move, but then he can castle. Okay, the line goes like this: knight f6 check, bishop takes and bishop takes. We protect that pawn and we try to get back into the game with knight f3 maybe. और नाइट से मारना किंग और क्वीन दोनों पे चेक होगा. If I start with this, then he can castle. Let's go for this line. Time is running out here. That's the problem. But we are preventing black from castling. I'm kind of forgetting the line. What should I do? Because now it's not easy, as he somehow found the best way to play. Maybe I'm going wrong at some moment, as I forgot the line. Now we are on our own. The king e7 is a move. Bro, that was already in my mind. I was not playing that move just by watching your chat. How do we continue the game? Let's go back with the knight. And maybe we just go after this pawn. And we just prevent black from ever moving this rook. Yeah, now I think we are fine. Now knight takes d4 is coming. Knight takes d4 and we can even trade the queens. Or maybe queen d2 and rook d1. Yeah, queen d2 and rook d1. We just try to paralyze black. What if he just start with this move? Knight takes d4, and if he takes, there is maybe some sort of discover attack on his king. Yeah, if he goes queen f5, we just take that. And if he takes that back with the knight, then queen takes d5 comes with check. I hope that's clear. And black still is not fine. He has to be extra precise. Name is invented in 1986. People before name They are saying something called Sanjeev, I think Ocean against mine. It's not banning because those are not computer moves. Yeah. Wow, he tried to pin my knight. Very good move, by the way. Because of knight takes. Wow, this guy is finding correct move. Check. Knight takes. That's not fine. Man, it's not easy for me now suddenly. I cannot start with this because there is bishop takes f3 man. Wow, knight e5 loses to knight takes e5 back. That's not good. Oh man, it's not easy to defend. Rook e3 looks a cool move, although because he can't take. But now he's getting knight e5 is not working. Knight e5, knight takes e5. We can take that. But remember, his queen will be hanging. Yes, but he can take my queen. We can take his queen. But there is queen c6 hitting that rook as well. And if you take that bishop, your rook will be hanging at the end. That's not working. You can no, that's not working. Man. Knight takes, rook takes. He takes my queen. We take his queen with check. There is queen c6, king c6 actually, which is annoying. Man, go for now. No. He can take my. Yeah, my instinct is saying that, but I don't think that is a good move. And I'm running out of time as well. I don't know what to do, man. I actually don't know. Rook e3 looks a cool move. With this, knight takes e5 check. Yeah, that looks a way to go. If we lose, we lose. Oh, he can sack the queen back. Oh man, knight is e5, knight is e5 check. Okay, no, we can take that bishop with check. We can take that bishop with check. And if he start with this, then we take the queen with check. He has to take that rook. Okay, I think we are fine. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5 comes with check. And if we try to sack that queen back, then we have queen takes g5, g4, but then queen e6. And we are going to be down in exchange. Queen takes e5 is there. Queen takes d4 actually. Maybe that's a blunder. I don't know. I don't know. We will analyze this game afterward and we will try to get the right move. But I don't know what's happening. But black is just defending over solid. He's not giving me a single chance to break through. He's forcing me to think for so long. But let's see. Okay, he goes here, which I was not expecting. And now this bishop is also hanging. What should we do? Man, this guy is so hard to beat. It's not easy. I don't know what should I do now. Now he's threatening this and this is also hanging. He didn't accept my rook. I think I'm losing now. Yeah, that's losing. I think he will ignore this rook even now. But then we take that pawn. If knight takes happen, we have knight e5 check, queen takes, queen takes g4 check, queen e6, queen takes d4 check, then followed by rook. I think we are losing, I know. But let's try to confuse our opponent. Queen takes back. Oh, now this bishop is hanging, right? So if we just move the king like anywhere, maybe we can start, but we are going to be down in exchange. I think we are just losing. I'm losing, man. Yeah, he just didn't take, right? And if I take here, he can take my bishop. But if you take my bishop, that is checkmate on the board. Queen d7 is just checkmate as this pawn is controlling that important square. But we are down an exchange. We have to be extra precise. I am in call. I am in call. Do you read my comment? Yeah, I do read your comment. You missed the rook sack. Knight is d5. Oh man. Bro, you could have taken with the knight. Yeah, I could have taken back with the knight, but I want to bring the queen into the action. Yeah, you can take that with the knight, but what about queen? If you don't bring your queen into the action, by the way, taking this bishop is impossible, but he's forcing me to go for some sort of weird line. Queen takes, then queen takes f6 will work. And I have to keep my queen onto this diagonal. Queen f4 is not appetizing. Queen f3 is there now. Yeah, let's go queen f3. Because if I go queen s3, there is rook d8, apparently. Or maybe queen h4. Queen f4. Oh, there are many lines. Queen f4, there is knight g6. Or there is knight d5. Let's go here actually. Let's defend that. Knight g6, we just takes. And now rook e1. We have to speed up. We don't have the time. We don't have, oh, I missed this one. Oh man, I have to be so much precise. At least we are hitting the knight back. Rook e1, let me focus, man. Black is defending his position so fine. He's just on the money. He's not giving me a single opportunity. If I can get my rook e1 in, then maybe we can do something. First of all, knight is hanging. How are you going to defend that? How are you going to defend that? You have to move the knight. Queen e7, knight rook e1 anyway. Queen e6, rook e1. Queen e6, rook e1. We have to put him under pressure and burn his time at least. At least one more minute. We have to get this into a bullet. Let's see what he's going to do now. At least we are preventing him from castling. He can't take this pawn as well as my knight. Sorry, queen and bishop. Both pieces are defending that g7. And now rook e1 is coming, which is going to be a big threat. We will be threatening some nice discover check. Precise. I don't have that much of a great earphone or maybe microphone. That's why you may hearing another word. Okay, rook e6, rook e1, rook e1. Now we are threatening knight e3, knight d3. We wins the queen. We win the queen. Let's take that rook. Okay, we takes that. First we take that. And now we take there. We have this check or this check maybe. Okay, let's drop this bishop back. Oh, I should have started with that check, right? Should have started with that check. Okay, you have to take back with the knight. Check. King here. Still, it's not easy. Oh, we have this check, and then we can try to take that. Now it's just bad. We can take that knight. We can take that knight. Check, and we win the game now. Finally, we are now breaking through. Now his king is out in the open. Okay, he decided to give up that rook for the bishop. It should be now completely winning. Still, we have to be precise. We cannot throw this game. Focus, focus. Oh, time, man. Let me hit that. Let's just push this passer now. Should be winning, but time is an issue. But I think we have enough time. Yeah, we do have enough time. We can just push this P. That is just 2 steps away from queening. Let's hit that rook. Post that. There is no tricks in the position. We can even now sack this queen for the rook. Now we can even sack this. Get a new queen. Check. Oh, that's not a check. Okay, we have to avoid only stalemate. Let's go here. Let's take that. Let's go here. Oh, no, no, no. We have to be precise. We cannot throw this game like stalemate. Wow, crazy game. Play with me, I'm 2200 elo. Let's review this game, man. Bishop c4. With time 2000 blunders queen. Hi brother, I am back to stream. Knight f3. Because his position was in so danger, that's why queen e4, then knight g4 will black queen when queen takes f6. Oh, we don't have the great accuracy. At some moment, black was completely winning, 82.4, but we still have a brilliant move. I don't know what is that. Okay, we will see the move where we go strong. It's +3 according to the computer. Knight c3 is brilliant. Makes sense. Our computer wants to take that, forcing king takes e7. And now we just take that pawn. We hits the queen, we hits the knight. And if he takes queen takes d4, we defend that position. And now look at this position. Rook d8. Oh, look at this crazy move. Knight g3, sacrificing the queen because there is knight takes f5 check, forking the king and the rook. Bishop can't take as it is pinned. And we win the extra piece. We win the piece, we are up a full rook. King takes, we are still up a rook. That is the perfect way to play the game. If you drop the bishop back, first you eliminate that bishop. Knight takes f6 is a knight takes e7 is a possible move, but then you simply take back with the queen, you defend that. Knight e5, knight c5 is coming. Knight c6 back, hitting the queen, and you are already winning with this move. King e7. Oh, you take that rook with check. Rook takes d8, and now you simply take this pawn as this bishop is pinned. Rook takes. Now queen c3 hitting that rook. Rook g, queen g6, threatening checkmate. Knight h4 and white can just try to go so on. Let's see the game continuation now. We didn't go that way. Queen d5. Now knight f6 check takes. White is still winning, but the move is to play queen f3 and you trade the queen. You trade the queen, you go after that weakness. That pawn is going to be monster for the entire game. Black is paralyzed with this rook. He can't move this rook because he can running the risk of allowing this pawn to get promotion. Yeah, that is the way. But I was feeling like his king is weak, so we have to go for an attack. So why to trade queens? Yeah, computer is suggesting knight e5 is fine. Knight takes e5. And you sack the rook, not sack but you takes that, you sack the queen. Queen takes d5, but I was worried about queen c6 hitting that rook back. Okay, come here, you take that pawn, hit that bishop. Bishop takes c2. Bishop takes c2 is out of the question because we have rook takes c4 and we win the bishop back and win the game as well. So after this move, he has to evacuate that bishop. Let's say bishop e2 in order to defend that. But now rook e4, hitting that bishop one more time, forcing this bishop off of that square to defend that pawn. Bishop h5 is the top move. Then you take this pawn with check. White is up 2 pawns. White has this monster pawn on g7. This rook is coming into the game. White king is completely out in the open, so it is just completely crushing for white. Are you FIDE rated player? No, I don't have a FIDE rating. Why are you not playing candidates? I will play the candidates in next year. Asim Kumar, what is your ELO? Are you FIDE rated? Because if he play candidate, he will be the world champion. Hello Gukesh sir. Yes, Flicker. How are you? Okay, he can't take that. Okay, I should have gone for this line, but I thought I was just no, I just didn't calculate after this King C6. I didn't calculate after this point. Rather, I play the Muruk E5, which was a miss. Queen D6. With this one, I was threatening this one. If he takes this with check, then we have knight is E5 check. And it may seem he can take that with the queen. Yeah, he can actually take because I can take the queen, but my queen is also hanging. But we have queen takes d4 check, queen e6 is forced, getting out of the attack and offering a queen take. But now we have queen takes d4 check. We have the bishop, we have the queen. His king is weak. Rook is coming into the game. It is going to be fine. And if he goes this way, wow, computer wants to play this slow move h4. Wow, man. Computer wants to play h4, but I would have played rook d1. What is wrong with rook d1? We are threatening checkmate in one move. Not one move, two move. So he has to make a room. Let's see. b6. I think we can still go for this way. Still go for this. No, no, no. There is king g7, king b7, and both rooks start defending each other. But I think that is not winning. Takes, check, king b7. Oh, it is not winning with the fact that our back rank is weak. We are not in time to promote this pawn or take that rook because our back rank is weak. Wow, that's why computer wants to play s4 at first. Wow, man, that's crazy. That's why computer can see far ahead. Computer sees that white's back rank is so weak. That's why he has to create this loop for the king, then followed by rook d1 and trying to sack that queen on d8. Wow, that's like crazy h4. Let's say he play b6. Now rook d1. Okay, he has to go king b7 now to take the string out of that move. But let's say he makes a waiting move. Let's say he plays something like h5. Then now this is perfectly working. I think. Yeah, that's a brilliant rook sack. Wow, queen sack. Yeah, look at that. Look at that one move. How one move can change the entire game. Look at how one move can change the entire game. First of all, if he goes king b7, we takes that rook with check. No, 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 not that. We just, I think, oh, we just throw this check. Oh, we just throw this check, forcing queens off the board. And now this is a weak point. This pawn is going to be winning for. But my point was, if he accept this, if he accept that queen, then we have this move, check, king b7, and we can take that rook, or we can just promote that pawn to a queen. And he can't take this bishop because that is rook takes a8. And if we start by taking this rook, then we have queen takes d8. We start defending this bishop, and queen e1 is not a checkmate because of king h2. Yeah, black can take this pawn, but that's not great. We have some queen moves, and black king is just getting cooked. Bro, who is this knight bot? The knight bot is dumb guy who is now drunk. Can I teach you how to mate in 4 moves? No. उड़ाओ भाई सब मजाक उड़ाओ सब 100 इलो के चैट में. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, we have won 2 rapid games back to back, so let's try to get some blitz games in, and then we will be looking for some candidate games, but all the games are going to be ending in a draw, I think, today. So let's go with the blitz. Bro, who is this knight bot? Let's leave that knight bot. c4, knight f6. English opening, look at this. Nowadays, everybody will just go for either d4 or c4, as top players are playing these 2 moves. We have to speed up as it is blitz. Hmm. Wow, he's just going for queen side play. I think we are fine. Italian is the best. Yeah. Good luck, bro. Thank you. Let's bring this rook into the game. Develop. We are stopping knight e3 because this knight is controlling that square. This bishop is trying to give me some tension as it is just looking on that square. We can take that. But you know what? Let's develop. This knight is sufficiently defended by the bishop and this knight as well. If he takes here, we can take that knight with the knight back. Brother, are you studying? No, I'm not studying. Okay, now that's exactly I was looking for. Now we have knight c3, a classic family fork, and knight e2 is also a threat, and he resigned. Yeah, I was just looking for that, and he just fall for that. That's why I was not moving that knight. I was looking that that knight is the only protector of that c3 square. He moved the knight, and he hang this fork, and it is just winning for us. That's GG. भाई मैं भी इंग्लिश खेलता हूँ. इंग्लिश इज द बेस्ट ओपनिंग. Maybe I have never played English with the white pieces, and I don't have that much of experience with the English or against the English as well. I have lost many games, but in Blitz section we are finally getting back to our mean rating, which is kind of nice thing. Let's see the candidate if there is anything going on or not.
Remains.
All games are like equal. Anish is a little bit better with the white pieces. Wei is also better with the white pieces, but not winning, of course. Let's see Prague games. नहीं भाई, मैं 22 का इलो हूँ, बट मैं तो आपकी ही साइड ला रहा था. 22 सीएसके वर्सेस आरसीबी देखा. यस भाई देखा, मजा आ गया. Okay, position is completely symmetrical. White has the knight for the bishop, but this bishop is not doing much of the thing, I think. And this knight is on a perfect square, which is controlling all of these key square in black camp. And this knight is also defending this b3 weakness. This rook is trying to keep an eye on this a7 pawn. Yeah, both players has these two weaknesses, so that's why position is kind of going to get into the equal, all zero, and at the end I think this game is gonna end on a draw. Play one game. Hello bro. Okay bro, you can send me the challenge. I'm not saying anybody is winning in this one. Both players are playing with like 98% accuracy. And Hikaru versus Fabi. Again, position is completely symmetrical. White rook is on the 7th rank, but black rook is also very good. Black is hitting that pawn for the moment. White has to be careful, because if black can take this pawn and bring another rook to the second rank, then it is going to be a little bit hard for white to defend everything. But on the other hand, black's pawns are also weak. These two pawns are weak point, so white can go after that with rook c7. What did you think? By Shindarov is leading the candidate. Can Prague and Fabi stop him? I think only Fabi can stop him, because Fabi is the man who is just 1.5 point behind Shindarov, but Prague is like 2 points behind, I think 2 points or 2.5. Prague is only 3.5, so Prague is behind 2.2 or 3 points. Prague is behind 3 points. Shindarov has 6.5 points, and Prague has only 3.5 points now, 3.5 points. So if Prague drew this game, Prague will have 4 points, and Shindarov is still on 6.5 points. So Prague is going to have 2.5 lead. Sorry, Sindaro is going to have 2.5 point lead against Prague. And if Fabi and Hikaru drew their game, then I think how to get the games. Okay, yeah. If Hikaru and Fabi drew their game, Fabi will have 5 points. So Fabi will be 1.5 points behind Shindaro. So I think only Fabi can stop the Shindaro streak. But in order to do that, Fabi has to win the game, and someone has to stop Shindaro on a draw. That is the only way. Why do you think Hikaru can stop Sindaro? That's completely out of the question now. Have you ever beat Magnus Bot? No, that's not a possibility. Why Gukesh can hold world championship against Sindaro? Yeah, if Sindaro win the candidate, then maybe Gukesh can just defend his title. But if Fabi wins, then it is going to be hard. Then it is going to be. I am not asking to play with me. You play random one game. We shall play tomorrow. Okay. Let's go with another game. We have to abort this one as the player was from Pakistan. Pakistan. I think most underrated one is Esipenko. Yeah, most underrated one is he, and he is performing like that as well. He is he is not surprising anyone. Petrov, can you go for Stafford Gambit? I will beat you. No. Okay. Petrov defense classic attack. Castles. C4. If he takes, knight will be hanging. So C6. Maybe knight C3. Oh, he goes back. Let's pin that knight. Takes. Go back. Hmm. Oh, he's hitting that one. Let's unpin this knight. And if knight e7, knight d takes f3. Let's go here. I can take that. I can take that, but I don't want to. Let's bring this knight into the game. Hit that, and now maybe he will just take that. Yeah. Now knight e5, but that is knight takes. Oh, we are losing this pawn maybe. But no, there is knight takes. Makes sense. Let's go here. Now queen d2. Threatening queen takes h6. Queen f4, knight e6, queen g5, but there is bishop e6. There is bishop g6. Oh, there is knight takes, right? Oh, I missed this move. And now knight is kind of overloaded. Not overloaded, but I can't go here. Knight will be hanging. Wow, knight a5. Luckily, that knight is defended by the rook. We have to be precise. This guy is just hitting me so hard. Let's go back with the knight. Takes. We are down a pawn. Or knight is defending g6. Should have gone for queen f4 immediately, maybe. Queen f4, knight e6, queen f5, bishop g6. There was knight takes g6. I missed that chance. Okay, he defended and he hit this. I think he wants to go for that pawn. In the meanwhile, I will try to attack his king. Hopefully, I'm not blundering anything. Queen f5. Queen takes queen f5. No bishop g6 as this knight is controlling g6. This is defended. We are not threatening to go for that because this knight is controlling h7. But now this is coming. And if he takes back with the knight, no, rook e4 is not a possibility. Rook e4 is not a possibility. Can we just take that? I think we can take. Knight is gonna protect that bishop. And if you take that, queen take, rook takes. At the end, rook will be hanging, I know. King takes. Let's hit that queen. Maybe he can sack that queen for two rooks. And at the end, he can take here. That was not I was expecting. Wow, he has enough material, I think. I think he has enough material and he will convert this game. Rook e8 is a big threat. Rook e1. Checkmate is coming. I missed this. Rook e1 checkmate is there. Rook e1 there is checkmate. Rook e1 is no brainer. What the heck have you done? I don't know what he's trying. Rook e1 was winning now, right? Rook e was winning on the spot there. But now anything can happen as he's getting low on time. The problem is his knight is defending this pawn, which is very important. Like, take that, please. This knight is just defending everything. Like, he is winning. We win the game. Wow. Or I say just imagine that. I know that will never possible. Yeah, right. But it's like 20. It's like a 20% chance of Fabiano to win the candidates. Yeah. C for 4 opponent missed. Thanks for subscribing, mental. Bro, you are coming back. Come on, yeah, we are coming back where we belongs to. This will never happen because I am sure Shindaro will win the candidate. Yeah, now Shindaro is just going to win the candidate. Let's keep going. 2130. We are getting back into the business. Oh, it's mine. Hmm. Let's try to prevent this b5. That is known as prophylaxis. I can take and damage his pawn structure, by the way. I think we should go for that. And let's go queen e2. Rook d1. We are threatening check. Win the queen. Now knight c4. Hitting that queen. My queen is defending this. Actually, I don't want to trade the bishop. Can I hit that knight? Sorry, queen. Yeah, let's hit the queen first. And now this, but there is f5. Queen h4. Let's threaten mate in one. f5, queen h4. Okay, this way. Let's hit that now. Queen f3. No, not that one. And we are not ready to shag that. We are not ready to shag that. Let's go back. I can trade. Bishop c2 and rook d4 now. And I'm not seeing any immediate attack. Oh, he found this move. Threatening this move, so bishop b7 is fine. Oh, how do we hit that queen? Oh, should I have gone c4 maybe? Should I go c4, but then it becomes weak, which I don't want. h5, let's go h5. Let's try to create some weaknesses on the king side. He is hitting this. Oh man! Ah, I missed that! Fuck! Big F. Oh, rook d8. Rook d8. Ah, problem, guys. Rook d8 just wins. Oh, I didn't go for rook d8. Oh man. We have to move this bishop. How he's up so much on the clock. And he's up 2 pawns. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck! Oh man, this is so hard. Now it is going to be so hard. I don't. We are losing this one. We are losing, completely losing. It's just over. It is just over. He will convert this game. He's up on clock. He is so ahead in material as well. That's hanging actually. We should not have rushed. That's the problem. We are just rushing. Let's try to be precise. Let's try to be precise. You are better than me right now. Really? Okay, he get the chance and he played d5. But we are just going to be castling now. Let's castle. Now maybe we can go for e5, e4 ideas. Can we take here? Let's try to get this knight around c5 to hit that. Bishop and now bishop b7 maybe. Yeah, now let's go bishop b7 because this pawn is also protected by the knight. b5. Oh, that's out of the question. Knight is also hitting that. And we have to move the knight. Then he will take here. Okay, at least we will get the open bishop. And e5 can be played. Okay, he's hitting that immediately. Wow. And defending that is like impossible, right? What should we do? I'm going to sack the exchange. I'm going to sack the exchange. And with the help of this bishop and knight coming onto g5 sometimes, I will try to create something on the king side. Takes back with the rook, but this diagonal is weak and we lose the queen. Wow. Wow, man, why I'm rushing? Why I'm rushing, man? I have to be precise. That's how I lost the game. That's exactly what I have done in last run. Okay, at this level we have to be precise, but I'm not doing that exactly. We can just take, and if he gives this check, we can come back with the knight. Bishop d7. That is completely sold. We are up a pawn now. If this knight moves, that pawn is going to be hanging. Let's hit that bishop. And now let's hit this one. If he moves, okay, it didn't move. And now let's defend this. Let's go here. Let's hit that. Oh, he hanged the knight. Can't I just take that and come back when he tried to attack my queen? There is nothing now. Now there is nothing. Let's go knight e4, hit that bishop. I think he should now resign. He should resign, I guess. Let's bring this rook into the game. We still have to be careful. Look at him, he's already going for some of the kill. f5 comes in mind. Bishop knight f6. Let's go knight f6, hit the queen. Queen g3 maybe. Keeping the aspect of playing bishop takes h6. But queen g3 we have knight h5 fork. We get another piece. We don't have a way to get it through. We have to bring the queen back. The main problem is he's playing quickly, so that is going to be problematic. Let's go knight e4 again. Bishop f6 or bishop g5. Let's go bishop g5 to offer a bishop trade. And now if we drop this bishop back to g3, then we will eliminate that and we will play queen f6. We will bring queen into the game and then we will be completely fine. Okay, he's allowing this move. I can take actually, but then there is bishop takes h6. Let's just take that bishop. Now there is no trick, and now queen f6 just offers a queen trade. And he has to keep an eye on this f2 pawn as well. Okay, we can take that with check, I guess. Yeah, we can take that with check. I'm not saying anything wrong. There is no trick with this knight. And now queen takes d4, I guess. There is no check to win the game and my queen. So I think this is no-brainer. We are hitting the knight. We are hitting the knight. Knight has to move. Okay, he goes there. He hits my queen. We do have this move, but then there is queen takes. So why to take that? I can take this pawn as well, maybe. But I think we should not be greedy. We should just bring the queen back, and we just have to trade the queen somehow. Yeah, let's offer a queen trade. Dilkil, what's the power of your specs? There is no power in this. This is just a protective layer for the blue light. Let's take that pawn now. Yeah, I was knowing that he's going to do that. Oh, now this is falling, right? This is falling. Okay, no problem. Let's go here. You have to take that with the knight. If rook takes happen, then we have queen takes, d5, e5 check, knight takes. Can I go here now? This guy is still not giving up. That is going to be weakness. He is hitting that move. Let's go here. Oh man, what am I doing? Look at my time suddenly. What the heck? He hang his queen, by the way. What am I doing? Fuck. I'm just getting cooked. 12 seconds. Fuck man, I was about to lose this game. Oh. Bro, now I knew how to cheat. Play with me, I will destroy you now. No, I'm not gonna play against you. I know that Magnus is good, but Magnus also said that Fabi is close to him at classical. Yeah. If Fabi gets his prime, Sindarov and Gukesh will be cooked. Hello is in his prime on 2014 Singfield Cup. Yeah. You're miles better than me. I don't know, man. Bharati. Bro, if Fabi get his prime, Sindarov and Gukesh will be cooked, and his prime was in Sinkfield Cup 2014. Yeah, that's correct. All the top players are not in their prime, like Hikaru is not in their prime, Fabi is not in their prime, yeah, Yan is not in their prime, Ding is not there in their prime. So all of the top players except Magnus are not in their prime right now because the young ones are just taking over. They are just well prepared in the all openings. And preparation is kind of killing chess, but what you can do, everybody is just going to do that against you. So you have to be well prepared against that as well. You cannot say that we are playing against stockfish. I was just playing against stockfish because in nowadays computers are getting advanced, so everybody has that resource. So you have to do that as well. You cannot ignore that thing. Like Hikaru said that he was just playing against stockfish at that moment when he was playing against blue bomb, but you cannot do anything, right? Because everybody has that resource. So why not they will use that? That's the simple. Just kidding, bro. I know there is no fun in cheating. Hi, I am back. Can you guess my same question? Yeah, I had started the game. I have started the stream like 2 hours ago and will be ending the stream like in 20 to 30 minutes. How does it feels to reach 2000? Yeah, it feels nice, but I want more. Oh, okay, I want more. Let's go on e4. Okay, at this level, after 20 or 100 like thing, you will always get the Sicilian defense like with the black pieces once you go for e4 opening. So I'm trying to play this setup with the white pieces against the Sicilian defense so that I can get him out of the book and preparation. I think it is working well for me. A6 with the idea of b5, so we play a4, we prevent b5. That is known as the prophylaxis. He is just preparing that move, not a big deal. We take and we drop this bishop back. Did you hire some coach or something? No, I have never hired any coach or anything like that, and I have not spent a penny on learning chess. Fabi is called human stockfish. Yeah, Fabi is called surgeon. He is the surgeon. Yes, Divyanshu Dwivedi, hi, how are you? If you guys are enjoying the games, you can hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, you can subscribe as well. Nowadays, I'm getting late in like all of the stream. That's why I'm not getting more of the views. This knight can go to either d5 or f5 if he goes for that. Can I go d4? No, that pawn is a weak pawn. This is not working. Let's go bishop c2 actually. Takes. We are ready for that. Maybe I can go knight d4 to control this square even more. Then with the help of bishop g3, we can go for e5. I don't want to take that with the queen. Let's go queen e2. But now we have to be careful about this knight jumping on d4 sometimes. Okay, he's just keeping everything under control. He is not allowing us to get anything. He is keeping the tension on the board. Takes. And now we go back on d5. If he goes rook a2, then we have bishop b3, takes. Or now he can go for rook a2, right? That's the problem. Okay, let me defend that bishop first. We can take, or we can just move this knight anywhere. Takes, probably pawn. Let's take that. Probably pawn takes, yeah. Now knight e5. Knight takes, or even queen takes. But with the problem with the queen takes is there is bishop d6. So let's take back with the knight, bishop d6. We have bishop g3, and this bishop is well defended, so we can move our queen freely. I don't know what he's threatening. Maybe he's threatening this move, but then we have that move. Let's go bishop g3 and threaten some sort of nice discover attack, forcing bishop d6, I guess. We can't go. Should have gone for that earlier. Yeah, I think I missed that. Now we have to defend this pawn. His rook and queen is now active on the queen side. We have to create something on the king side immediately. Immediately means now. We have to act now. Can I go for this pawn? Takes. Well, let's go. We have to open up the bishop. If he takes, we takes that with the queen, I guess. Yeah, because pawn takes hangs the queen in one move. But now he has this weakness. Okay, he goes there. Queen here now. Or maybe queen this way. Let's go queen d3. Let's make it difficult for black to move this knight. Because now queen h7 can be a big threat and bishop h4 is coming. Can I go for bishop h4? Let's go rook b8. Rook b1 and rook b8. Okay, he finds a nice way to hit that. The problem is there is queen take. And my knight will be hanging as well. Let's go here now. But then there is rook a1, man. Oh, come on. Let's eradicate that weakness. Precise. We have to be precise. Knight take. Oh. Oh man, what a way. We found that. Now maybe we are just losing. We do have this passer and this battery, but I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough. Now he's converting it. Oh, time. Oh, it's just losing now. He has enough time. Oh man, hard. He found nice tactic there. I missed that one. Queen e1, I missed that. Hard one. Okay, let's keep going. We have to be tactically aware at this level. They are giving us hard fight. h3, should I go queen c8 first? Yeah, let's go queen c8. e4 we takes. Oh man, he's hitting this. And if we start by there is pawn takes, and that pawn will be a huge weakness. We have to defend that first. And now maybe we can take and drop this knight back. Let me castle first. Let me castles. Not enough pressure over there. a6, b5 can be played. No 5bt. Let's go for this. And maybe this pawn can be hanging at some moment, as it is only defended by the queen. Okay, he goes back, which shows some sign. No, I can't go for that. This knight is defending that. Let's go actually. Knight b4. We have to defend this pawn, as this bishop is now so strong on this diagonal. And now already he's threatening some sort of weird thing. Let's get out of that. discover attack and defend that pawn. Maybe rook c8 now, followed by knight c4, and we are fine. Let's go rook c8. Maybe we can drop this knight back if we can't go to c4 now. Let's try to get this knight around d6 and then maybe knight e4. Knight e4, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. Should I try? My intuition is saying go for that. Takes. He will take that, but he will not have the bishop there. And we can easily defend this pawn. And this bishop, this pawn is doing a great job defending these two important squares. And if the bishop, okay, that bishop is doing good. Here or here? Oh, if I go knight e7 is there. We have to hit that knight. Knight e5, then maybe queen d5. Or we are hitting that one as well. Hitting the knight. Oh, we can just take that, right? I'm not seeing anything wrong in taking that pawn. Bishop f5. Bishop f5 is now a possibility, and we can just go after that. But this knight is just stopping us to play rook d8. And his queen is also defended. So we don't have any tactics if the rook moves. But we have this nice bishop. Let's defend that pawn. Easy. Can we try to go here? No. Knight takes or queen takes. Oh. Wow, man. I think that's a blunder. He thinks that at the end, I take this, he takes that. We have queen takes. But he can take that at the end. He can take that bishop. If he takes that rook, then our bishop will be coming back. But he starts with this move, which is crazy. Wow. Everybody is just crushing. Like, how are they knowing every tactics? He will get the exchange. And he's up 2 pawns already, man. Well, everybody is just like monster. Now this pawn is rolling down and we are losing the game. Are you playing with viewers currently? No, I'm not playing with viewers. We are just getting cooked in every game. Yeah, that was so great. Now this is coming maybe. Yeah. And like we have nothing. Nothing means nothing. We can't even stop this pawn. D7 we take. We have to give up that bishop. And now he's preparing this move. So let's go here actually. I have no way to bring my queen into the action, which is actually bad. Let's go here, and now maybe we can get queen e6, and we can threaten some sort of checkmating ideas. We will be hitting that pawn as well. Let's go here. We hit the pawn and we hit that threat. We are making that threat, and now white has to be careful all of a sudden. Oh, he's allowing us to get this. I know that's not a checkmate, but. Let's go back. Time is an issue, right? Oh man, this guy is not giving me a chance. Luckily, there's not that move. Unpersonal is bad. Let's pin that pawn. Oh, now there's this move. Oh, should have gone queen h3. Should have gone queen h3 maybe. Oh, we have to trade the queens now. Winning. Oh, we win the game with the help of time. Bro, in chat, who is the best player? I actually don't know. Maybe you, or I don't know who is the free rook. Bro, Hikaru winning against Fabi? Literally, right? I don't think so. Play against Martin to feel better. It's a great way to... That's dubious, man. Don't think so. Miss rook capture then bishop takes queen with check. Where did I miss that? Where did I miss that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I missed that tactic at the end. Yeah, that would have been just crazy. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, nice spot there. Nice spot. Brilliant. Me. Type the ELO. Yeah, you guys can type the ELO in chat. Let's keep going. If you guys are enjoying the game, you can hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, you can give me a sub. Let's go d5. Takes. c6. Castles. Let's bring this knight out. Wow, he's going for an attack. Oh, he's refusing to castle. I can take that, but I don't think there is any need. I have just enough defender of that square. Let's go c5. Now we are threatening this move, and if he takes e5, he didn't take. I can hit that. Yeah, let's hit that bishop and take this knight. Queen takes knight e4, and we are hitting that pawn. If you play g3, okay, let's just take. Rook take. Everything is intact. Everything is intact. Queen d5, bishop h3 is coming. Where should I move the rook actually? Let's go back. We cannot mess this game up. Takes. That was not worrying. Queen is also hitting that, right? So if he takes, we have queen takes. We will be offering a queen trade. Should I go for that? I think we should. Let's go. Queen f2, bishop e6. Yeah, bishop e6. Defending that pawn. Rook e1, queen d6. And we can bring another rook into the game. We can go for this line. Trying to make it a little bit. Let's go queen g6 first, so that queen is going to defend f7. Yeah, this bishop is doing a good job defending f8. Let's go bishop e6, offer a rook trade. We just have to trade off everything now. If we can trade off everything, there is more chances that we can win that game. Rook e3 now. Trying to get him out of that book. Let's go rook e3. If he takes, there is checkmate on the board. And if he don't take, what if he don't take? We can take that pawn maybe. Can't we just take that pawn? Rook f3 is not a possibility, so let's just take that pawn. But we have to be careful about our back rank. But I'm not seeing any way which he can use to go for that back rank. Let's go this way. But if I goes there is this move actually. But king h7, we have king h7. If he goes here, we takes. Yeah, there is this check. We have king h7, and we are completely fine. I'm not saying any tactic. Yeah, throw that check, king h7, and now there is our own checkmate threat. And you don't have any light square bishop to pin my queen to the king. Rook c2 is coming. Rook c2 is coming. Now we have this move, right? If takes, there is bishop takes. Let's go. That is kind of crazy move. It looks like it is hanging twice, but he can take only with the rook. Okay, he didn't take. I think it should be losing. We can take that rook, and if king takes, we have queen take. Yeah, that's losing on the spot. It should be losing. If he goes here, we have another check. King here, we have this move, and now this and this. King here, we have this discovered check. It should be some sort of checkmate now, as his king is white in the open. Followed by queen d7. king here, and we have checkmate. Queen d8 is just checkmate. King f8 is forced. Queen d8 is just mate. That's crazy. Wow. Couldn't you not do rook d8 check? Bishop was defending that rook. The quote from Gautam Chess, isn't it? Oh yes, okay. Puzzles less, rapid matches more done. Play rapid, that will be more affected for you. Doing puzzle is like Sudoku. The answer are already given. You need to stop doing puzzle and focus more on rapid. Both are equally balanced. We have the game accuracy of 90.3, which was like crazy. And what is this game review? Okay, board was small. Okay, we get into this opening. Maybe Nimzo Indian defense. He tried to go for an attack on the king side, but we held our nerves, and black is already winning. It's minus 2.47 in favor of black, and we place all the top move. He created more weakness for himself, and he just get lost. He just tried. Look at that move, rook e3, brilliant. Why it's brilliant? If he takes, there is queen takes d2 checkmate, as this bishop is hitting that g2 as well. And it may look that it is an empty move, but it is not, because we are hitting that pawn as well, right? We are hitting that pawn as well, and we are threatening rook f3. Let's say he defend with that. We are threatening rook f3 maybe. Why rook f3? It is an inaccuracy, but black is winning here as well. Yeah, white can give up that queen for 2 pieces, but we have enough pawns. We have queen. We can throw that check and pick up that pawn, and we will be completely winning. He gave up the pawn. Bishop c2. He tried to give that check, but that check was just an empty check. King h7, and there was no attack. Yeah, rook f3 should have been another brilliant as well, because it may look that we are hanging this rook, but there is bishop takes f3, and this queen is pinning that pawn, so he can't take. And now we are threatening queen takes g2. Yeah, I don't know what was this move by him after that queen f3. This is just bad move, because we can just take that rook, and if you take that bishop, then we can just take that pawn, and we will be chilling. And if you take that rook, now we have queen takes g2, and it is some sort of now nice checkmate. Where it was checkmate? Okay, with king c7 he was escaping, but still black is just completely winning, because the moment we can trade off this queen, we will be completely winning, as we are just 5 pawns. And he gets mated. Yeah, you can do puzzle, but only 2 or 3. Bro, I once did 2 brilliant rook sack for a mate, but only accuracy of 75. Yeah, that happens, but because of you had made some series of inaccurate move in past. Okay, one best opening from black and white. Can you suggest Sib Prasad sir? Okay, I hope you guys enjoy this game, and we are getting up in rating ladder 2129, so that is a good thing, and I will be trying to get that rating back in rapid section as well, as I'm now struggling at 2050 points, but I'm trying to improve myself, guys, and hopefully I will just get back onto my rhythm in a couple of days now. Okay, but it's been 3 years since I have played rapid. I really need to get back to form. Yeah. And last, do not play 10-20 games in one day. Take some rest. Yeah. And now let's try to solve some puzzle rush. Then we will end the stream. And previous best is 56, guys. In Puzzle Rush Survival, we have solved 56 puzzles previously. Can you guys see that? 56? No, I don't think so. Let's get back. This is fine. And today we will be trying to get even more. Why is the C pawn best friend with the D pawn? Gautam just always say, because those pawns are adjacent pawn. They used to defend each other. Okay, I minimum play 6 games a day. If you haven't played for 3 years, you will lost first few games, but then you will get along. Yeah. Okay, let's try to get the Puzzle Rush Survival back into action. Let me fix the visual a little bit. Now it is fine. I will try to solve at least more than 50. Let's go. In start, we get some sort of easy checkmate. He just hang the queen, so let's take. And again, queen is hanging. We can take that with the rook. Check, and we have this move. This is simple back rank checkmate. Again, his back rank is weak. Look at that c8 square. Again, he leaves his back rank. That leads to a checkmate. And in this one, we can see that this diagonal is pretty much weak, and we have the queen which can jump over s5 and deliver checkmate. So that's easy. In this one, if you devote a little bit of time, you can see that this queen and bishop battery is eyeing down h7, and there is no defender of h7 square. So queen takes h7 is just mate. This is another kind of battery checkmate, as queen and bishop are looking onto g2 square. So we just deliver checkmate. This is another kind of, you can say, back rank, but it is side rank checkmate, as we have rook takes a3 delivering checkmate. This king has no escape. So these are easiest way to get checkmate. This is another kind of back rank checkmate, which include that queen sack. First you have to deliver this queen takes f2 f7 check, forcing king into the corner. Then we sack this classic queen sacrifice, and then rook takes f8 is checkmate. In this one, white is hitting our queen, but this pawn and this queen is looking onto g2 square, and his king has no escape. Queen g2 is just mate. And in this one, there is no checkmate on the spot, but we can see a pattern that we have rook h1 check. King can't go to g3 because of this knight, forcing king takes h1, then followed by knight g3, forking the king and the queen, and we win the queen and we win the game. I hope everything is clear, guys. I beat a 2400 and 2500, but lost to a 500 and I am 1123. Wow, that's great. Can you say it's best opening for both sides? Okay. In this one, this is simple checkmate. Queen d7 is just a mate. Again, his king is, I think, completely stuck in the open or center. So it should be some checkmate. Yeah, this knight is pinned by the queen and king has no escape. So bishop takes f5 leads to a checkmate. Bishop takes f5 leads to a mate. It should be some sort of checkmate. We have a discover check, and you have to decide whether to put this knight on f5 or knight on g1. Knight on f4 is the right way, because with knight f4 we control this h3 square as well, forcing king either on of these two square, followed by queen g2 checkmate. The king and both kings are in the opposition, so rook h7 leads to checkmate, as everyone know. Dilkhil, can you play some continuation for alien? Can you play some continuation for alien gambit? Okay, let me finish this one, then I will try. Or maybe in the next stream I can try to give you some kind of insights about alien gambit. But in this one, I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe he's trying to get this rook off the board. But this rook is already controlling g file, so rook h3 will lead to a checkmate. Ladder checkmate. This is another back rank checkmate. We first start with queen c2 check, king a1, then queen c1 sack, and we deliver checkmate. It should be some sort of checkmate with this move. Queen f3, king takes g5, queen g4, king h3 or king f6. Then queen g6 will be checkmate, I guess. Yeah, queen f6 is mate. Okay, we have the knight and the rook, and we have simple move like knight g5. We can fork the king and the rook, and we win the game on the spot. We go back with the knight. Yeah, we go back with the knight, and we can move the king. That's again easy. Okay, we can see that what we can see. He is forking our queen and the bishop, but this bishop is going to control that diagonal, and we can throw this move queen e8 check, forcing king f8, and then we deliver that bishop h7 check. I hope you guys can visualize that. King f8, queen f8, then bishop h7 check, trying to force black to take that bishop. Then we can take that queen. Let's get onto that road, and now we have bishop h7 check. Yeah, king g7, and now we have rook e7 check, forcing kings to go back anywhere else. Then we can just win that queen for free. Black decided to give up the queen, but now we can just take that. Again, kings are in the opposition, so any check is going to lead to a checkmate. We are in 30s, and now the puzzles are going to get a little bit harder, but I don't think that is going to be way too harder. In this one, I think white is up an exchange, not up exchange, but white is up a piece, but his king is weak. So first move is to play queen takes d4 check. If king goes to h1, I'm pretty sure that rook takes h2 will be working. Rook takes h2. Even if king goes to f1, then we can play rook takes h2 anyway. Yeah, we can play rook takes h2 anyway. Why? Because there are no immediate attack on our king. There are no checks which he can deliver with queen. Queen e4 is just controlled by the queen, and this pawn is defended by the rook. Yeah, it may seem that if I play rook takes h2, white can take our queen, but if you think more, then we can see that queen f2 check, king e1, and queen takes e2 will be checkmate. So rook h2 is the move, and he goes back with the queen. He goes back with the queen, which is good move. He is now defending that mate, but still there are no immediate threats on our king. So maybe we can just play rook h8, doubling up on the h file, then threatening rook h1. Then threatening rook. Now he is hitting my queen, but he is not in time because we have this check. Queen sack. Now comes other rook, and we win the game. Okay, again in this one, black is up a piece. Both players has 2 pawns, but it should be something with the king. I think black king is weak, and we are perfectly fine to throw this check. We can throw that check, but then there is bishop f8, and we are at a dead end. We are at a dead end. So maybe we start with queen f7 check, forcing king h8, then queen e1. His king can't escape as this pawn is controlling these 2 important square, right? So queen f7, king h8, and queen e8, bishop f8. We take that bishop and deliver checkmate. Yeah, queen f7 is the move. Queen e8, we take the bishop and we deliver checkmate. That's easy. Okay, our queen is perfectly located on f3, creating this checkmate threat, and we have bishop takes h3, and we can just take that queen with the rook and deliver checkmate. That's easy again. Okay, it may seem that he is pinning our knight, and in the next move he can win our knight, but this queen is pinning that pawn. His king can't escape on these 2 squares, so rook takes h3 will lead to a immediate checkmate. Leads to an immediate checkmate. Okay, his king is awkwardly placed. This diagonal is weak, so we can quickly recognize the pattern that if we can bring this bishop into the game, his game will be over as this queen is controlling this file. Bishop c4, e6 is forced, we take that and deliver checkmate. Okay, again our king is weak. Black is up an exchange, but black king is weak, so it has to be some sort of checkmate, right? So we have this check, king f8, queen h8 check, king e7, rook c7 check, and I think that should be checkmate as this pawn is controlling these 2 escaping square, right? Rook c7 is mate. Okay, it should be again some sort of checkmate. I think rook g8 is just checkmate on the spot as this rook is controlling this bishop is controlling that square, and this rook is controlling here as well. Rook g8 is just mate. There are some easiest way. Okay, now we are getting into 30s, and now the puzzles are getting a little bit harder. Now you have to look for sacrifices as well. Yeah, we can see that we have the prospect of sacrificing this rook, but you have to be careful because this pawn is threatening to take this rook and promoting to another queen. So you have to make some immediate threat and you have to force moves. So rook h8, forcing king takes h8, queen h5 check, king g8, and queen h7 will be checkmate as this pawn is controlling the escaping square, right? Yeah, that's not too hard. Okay, now we are in 30s, 40s actually, and now we have to think what to do. White is way ahead in material. We have only 2 pieces and white has 4 pieces, right? But white king is weak, so we have to find a checkmate somehow. We can see that there is queen g1 check, king f4 or king h4 is a problem. King f4 I think loses because of queen takes d5 checkmate. Not check, but forcing king e5. So after queen g1, I think he will go for queen h4. Sorry, king h4. Yeah, king h4 is a little bit harder to calculate on what to do. Maybe we take that knight with check, forcing bishop takes g5. Then we take this pawn with check, and that should be checkmate. We take this and we take this pawn at the end. Okay, this is kind of easy. His king is completely weak and white is not threatening any immediate, and we have this check, forcing king f7, then queen takes d2, king c2 and queen takes d2 leads to checkmate, I think. Queen takes c2, king b1, then queen b2 is mate. Queen b2 is mate anyway. Okay, how do we continue this one? This is a little bit harder. We don't have, I think, any immediate checkmate, and these pawns are controlling like everything. These pawns are controlling everything. Maybe we can just take and threaten that move. Yeah, we can just take this pawn and then we can threaten rook g6, king h7 and queen h5 checkmate. So after this move, maybe he takes back with the knight, then rook takes f5 leads to checkmate. I don't think there is, oh, that was wrong move. Why? Why that was wrong? Well, then what is the solution? Oh, rook h3 immediately. What? How did I just miss this one? Rook h3 immediately. I missed that easy one. Okay, let's keep going. This queen is on the diagonal. So maybe rook f5, a king either e7 or king e8. Then we bring the queen to the f7 square. And that has to be some sort of checkmate. And now this is mate. Yeah, that's mate. Okay, in this one, I think we have to do something in the relation of this. This rook is defended, so we can play rook f7, hitting that knight twice. So knight g3, sorry, knight g6 check, h takes d6, or rook takes e8, bishop takes e8. And that's easy. Okay, in this one, I think material is equal on the board. So we have, and his king is fine. We don't have any immediate sort of checkmate. So we have to, I think, go for the material. We have to go for the material. How can we do that? White is threatening this move, or maybe this move, forcing rook takes c6, followed by rook e8. So we take, bishop takes, and then we throw this check and we pick up that bishop. Yeah, we pick up that bishop. What to do in this? What to do in this one? Maybe we have this check. If king f1, then queen h3 leads to checkmate, I guess. But the problem is after bishop f2, he can go king d2. King d2 is a move. Queen g5, king d3. Okay, we'll see that if we get to that road. Let's throw this. Now queen d5, or maybe first we start with this move. I don't know. Queen g5, king d3. Check. King takes. And we have this way. Let's throw this check. There is no immediate checkmate. And he's hitting my queen as well. So now maybe we just take this pawn with check. That was wrong. I'm getting wrong move right now. Oh man, I'm getting something wrong, right? These are easy. These are not the hardest checkmate or not the hardest puzzle. It's mate in one. I'm not looking for mate, man. I don't know what am I doing. That's bad. Okay, in this puzzle, our king is completely weak. His queen is active. So we have to do something immediately. There are no checkmate. There are no checks as well. And he is threatening some sort of back rank check. What should we do? Material is equal as well. Then we start with this move, trying to threaten this queen d4 check. I don't know. Check, king d7. Or he can repeat the position. If I go king h6, then there is queen f8 check, forcing king h5, and my king can get checkmated there. Oh, maybe this is the way to go. Yeah, yeah, queen rook e4 hitting that queen. Then maybe we can throw that queen d4 check. Yeah, queen d4 check is not a possibility now as queen is defending that square. Ah, maybe we have now this move, hitting the rook and double attacking that knight as well. And now if he tries to throw some checks, king g7, if he gives another check, then we can drop that bishop back to f7, I guess. Queen d2 should be winning. Okay, now we just take this with check and win the game. That was a little bit hard, but not that much of a hard. Wow, position is so messy in this one. White attack is just going to be so dangerous now as he's ready to open up the edge file. So we have to create something now. Take queen takes h6 and there is nothing. G5. Oh man, it is hard. Maybe b4 and queen f5. This is hard, I think, because we don't know what to do. His king is completely safe. We don't have any obvious threat as well. White is the one who is calling for the shot. So maybe we have to defend this position somehow. That is my feeling. We have to defend this position, I think. Maybe g5 is the move, cutting the connection between the queen and the bishop, threatening bishop takes h6. But he has g takes, okay, no, g5. He can take the bishop, king takes check, and we go back. I think we have to defend this position. I'm not saying anything more than that. I'm not saying anything more than that. b4 doesn't trap the knight because knight has many squares. Queen a5 looks interesting, threatening b4. But I think he is ready to open up the h file. Then he takes, king takes, and queen h6. And rook is perfectly placed. Oh man, I think I'm going to get this puzzle wrong. g5, I'm more inclined to play g5. Let me give some more time to this puzzle. I'm not saying there is any other move. And g5 is the wrong move. Yeah, only 36 today, which is bad. Which is of course bad, so I'm lacking some sort of key idea. Okay, computer testing bishop h6, queen takes h6, and now g5. And now g5. Oh, try to trap the queen somehow. What the heck is this? Wow. So my idea was right, but execution was wrong. I tried to cut off the queen, cut off the connection between queen and the bishop first with g5, but it loses. Why? Bishop takes g7, king takes d7. It does not loses the game, but now white is fine. White has some sort of attack going on. Oh, crazy. But how are you trapping the queen? Let's say bishop takes h6, queen takes h6, d5, and top computer move with the white knight h3. Or you take that knight. Computer is giving these two moves. b4 is also fine. Let's take that knight. I guess rook takes. b4. So you are not trapping the queen instantly, but you are keeping the queen out of the action. White cannot get his queen into the action, and now look at the attack on his king. Knight has to move, queen a5 is coming, right? Knight c6 is coming. Yeah, that is the way to go. But if you are not an engine, you cannot find these type of moves because it is not obvious how are you going to trap this queen. So you will not go for these type of moves. That is kind of engine moves. I don't think if I had given at least 10 to 12 minutes to this position, maybe I would have found this move, but that was not an easy one. Okay, I think that's enough for today, guys, and thank you for joining the stream. If you have any question, you can ask me in the chat. And thank you very much to those who have subscribed to my channel. And yeah, if you have any suggestion, you can leave that in the comment section. And let's see the candidate games. What's happening? What the heck? Hikaru is winning against Fabi. Anis is winning against Prague. Oh, what is this? How, Fabi? How? How did you mess up the position? Hikaru is up 2 pawns. Wow, where was that back breakthrough? Fabi is still trying, but Hikaru will convert this game. I think Hikaru will not mess up this time. Wow, where was the breakthrough? Everything was fine. We have seen this one. Okay, let's see the game after this move. Rook a7, trying to keep an eye over here. Position is equal on this point. Black takes the pawn, h3. Material is equal again, and Fabi plays the h5 with the idea of stopping g4, of course, but that loses. White is already winning. It's plus 1.7, but how? It's not obvious how white is winning. Maybe white can just play rook d1 and rook d7, trying to going after that weak pawn, and his king can be weak. Wow, that's exactly which he played. Rook b2. Fabi tried to do the same, and already white is winning this one. Why? Because he can play rook d7. Fabi played this move, but then a white can play rook takes g7. That comes with check, and that defends g2 pawn. Fabi missed this. How? What the heck? Rook first he threw that check, and why not this move? Because it is a forcing move. Black has to respond to this. Then he can go for rook d7. Yeah, king h7 and now rook d7. Rook takes f2. Yeah, you are taking that pawn and hitting this one. But rook takes g7 comes with check and it defends the pawn on g2. And this pawn is now a weak pawn. This is also a weak pawn. Wow. But white has to be precise. Rook h7. Now other rook comes to g7, throwing that check. Rook f7 check, king g8, rook g7 check, king h8, and now comes rook g6. Still defending that pawn, not allowing black to capture this pawn with check, and now he is hitting that pawn. Now white is hitting that weakness. Still not obvious how white is going to continue the game because black has this passer. This is also a weak pawn. Rook f4 trying to hit that pawn. Oh, he takes the pawn on f6. They trade one pair of rook. King g7. Why not to going after this weakness? Rook e2. Rook takes c6. Rook takes e4. Oh, rook h6 check and black loses this pawn as well. Yeah. King g7, rook takes c6, and already white is up 2 pawns. White goes c5, you cannot take this pawn, and white is hitting both of these pawns. And all of a sudden white is completely winning. That's crazy. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, Hikaru will convert this one. We are at this moment, I think Hikaru is gonna make this game in his winning favor. And yeah, I think Fabi is also going to now go back and Shindarov is winning. Yeah, I was hoping for at least draw in Fabi game, but now it's over. Wow, look at that move. Rook takes e4. Rook takes or only rook e4. Rook takes e4. Wow. Position was like equal on this note, but white was better. Oh yeah. Position was like equal on this note. Material was also equal. Now Sindarov has 99.9% chance of winning. Yeah, Sindarov is winning the candidate. Okay, Queen f7 loses the game. E6, Queen g6, Rook f2, Rook c4. Oh, sorry. Rook c4, And now comes rook f4, defending the knight twice and not allowing black to go for any kind of tactic. S5, another bad move. Queen f2. Now threatening rook f7 maybe. Bishop c2. What does this bishop c2 move does? I don't even know. e7 now. Wow, now threatening rook f8. What the heck? Why did you allow this? Why did you allow this? Rook f8 check. King h7. Rook takes e8. Queen takes e8. And now comes rook takes e4. Look at that move. What is the idea? If he takes, then maybe there is queen f8. Yeah. Queen f8. Offering a queen trade, hitting that queen as well. If queen moves, white gets another queen. And why it is not working like here? Why it is not working here? Yeah, queen f8 is winning here as well. Yeah, this is also winning. It's not like you have to sack that rook. It is winning here as well. But Anis chooses to do it in style. He sacked the rook for practice that rook, and now a queen f8 is coming. Even queen f5 check is winning. Knight g6 is winning. Everything is winning. Knight e6 actually. Me, yes. You play chess? Yeah. Okay, Prague is just losing this game, so Prague is going to get to the 3.5 points out of 8 rounds. So Prague, Fabi, everyone is now out of the league. Yeah, Hikaru is going to win the game, but he's already down to so much point, right? So I don't think these two games are going to change anything in the candidate section now. Yeah, Hikaru and Fabi game was like important. Hikaru is just winning the game. Fabi is still trying, but Hikaru will convert this game 9 out of 10 times. Hikaru will just convert this game. And finally, a single win is going to get for Hikaru. I hope you guys enjoy these games. But now Sindarov is just winning the candidate. So who guys has to ready to play against Sindarov? And tournament is over, guys, in just 8 rounds. Yeah, we want to get some drama, we want to get some exciting chess, but now there is not going to be any kind of excitement because we all know that Sindarov is just going to win the game. Even if he try to draw all the games now, he will be winning the candidate because there are now only 6 rounds left, and if he draw all the game, he will get 3 points, and with that 3 points, he will get to the 9.5 points, and I don't think anybody can get to that point. But at least if Sindarov wins one game, I think he will be winning. He will be winning. And you have to keep in mind that Sindarov has not lost a single game in all of these 8 rounds. And there are 6 rounds remaining. So yeah, Sindarov is winning. The candidate. He has won the World Cup and now he's going to win the candidate. So he's just going to get something great in the future. Okay guys, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next stream. Bye bye, have a good night and have a good chess as well. See you.